report reveals that DHS has classified Antifa as the same terror threat as ISIS. 2 years ago, The Independent reported that U.S. security officials have classified the left-wing group Antifa as domestic terrorists, confidential documents have revealed. The Department of Homeland Security, DHS, has reportedly been warning about the growing threat of violence between left-wing anarchists and right-wing nationalists since 2016, amid claims Antifa's activity has become more confrontational, according to documents seen by Politico. A confidential intelligence report by the DHS and the FBI accused the anarchist extremists of attacks on police, government and political institutions, along with any other symbols of the capitalist system or displays of racism, social injustice or fascism. It described some of their activities as domestic terrorist violence. Watch the video. From Big League Politics. A recently unclassified report from the New Jersey State Department of Homeland Security shows that the agency lists anarchist extremists, Antifa, at the same threat level as the viciously violent terrorist organization ISIS. They are listed as a moderate threat, along with militia extremists, sovereign citizen extremists, and white supremacist extremists. The only group seen as more dangerous is homegrown violent extremists. In their assessment, DHS does state that a majority of those who consider themselves Antifa are not violent, but that they have a sizable enough number of those violent elements to be listed. A number of violent events carried out by Antifa are listed, including a violent attack on a New York Republican club last year, and a violent racist attack against 2 Latino Marines in Philadelphia. From the report, in November, several hundred people, including a number of anarchist extremists, mobilized at the We the People rally in Philadelphia, which they perceived as a white supremacist event. That same month, an Antifa-related group, Smash Racism DC, vandalized and protested outside the home of the founder of the Daily Caller, stating that he was promoting hate and an ideology that has led to thousands of people dying. Following the We the People rally in Philadelphia in November, a group of individuals, including anarchist extremists, maced, punched, and kicked U.S. Marine Corps reservists not affiliated with the event while calling them Nazis and white supremacists. In October, anarchist extremists protested outside a Proud Boys event in New York City and engaged in acts of vandalism. After the event, one of the anarchist extremists threw a bottle at the Proud Boys, resulting in a fight. In June, a Nebraska-based anarchist extremist group tweeted a link to the names and photos of nearly 1,600 Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) officials. Following the release, another individual disseminated the names, pictures, and home addresses of 7 ICE employees and their spouses in Oregon, stating, "It's the public's right to know the faces of the Gestapo and who is creating, enforcing, and filling concentration camps in our name." Since the election of President Trump, these extremists have become more violent than ever, being listed as a domestic terrorist organization by U.S. security officials in 2017.